The big football game. 1. The exciting announcement. It was a bright Monday morning at school when Jack heard the exciting news. His school's football team was going to play in the biggest game of the year. The entire school was buzzing with excitement. And Jack could hardly contain himself. "Did you hear the news?" Jack's friend, Diego, asked as they walked to class together. "Of course," Jack replied, smiling. "We're playing against Central Middle School next Saturday. It's the championship game." Jack was one of the best players on the school's football team, the Eagles. He played as a forward, and his job was to score goals for the team. The game against Central Middle School was going to be the most important game of the season. "I can't wait to play," Jack said. "This is our chance to win the championship." Diego nodded. "We've worked so hard all season. We have to give it our best." The team had a week to prepare for the big game. And Jack knew they had a lot of practice ahead of them. 2. Preparing for the game. Every afternoon that week, Jack and his teammates gathered on the school's football field for practice. Their coach, Mr. Thompson, pushed them hard, making sure they were ready for the big day. "Focus on your passes and stay in position," Coach Thompson said as the players ran drills. "Central Middle School is a tough team. But if we play smart and work together, we can win." Jack practiced his shooting, passing, and running, determined to improve his skills before the game. He worked closely with Diego and the other forwards to make sure they were ready to score goals. After practice, Jack and Diego often stayed behind to practice penalty shots. Diego was the team's goalkeeper. And Jack knew that Central's forwards were strong players. "You're getting better every day," Diego said as he blocked another shot from Jack. "I'm confident we'll do well in the game." Jack smiled. "We just need to stay focused and work as a team." 3. The night before the game. The night before the big game. Jack sat in his room, thinking about everything that could happen. He felt excited, but also a little nervous. The game was important, and he didn't want to let his team down. As Jack packed his football gear for the next day, his dad knocked on the door and came into the room. "Ready for the big day?" his dad asked. "I think so," Jack replied. "I'm a little nervous, though. What if I don't play well? What if we lose?" His dad smiled and sat down next to him. "It's normal to feel nervous before a big game. But remember, you've worked hard to get here. Just play your best, and no matter what happens, you'll have done your part." Jack nodded, feeling a little more confident. "Thanks, Dad. I'll do my best." With his gear packed and his mind a little calmer, Jack went to bed early to get a good night's sleep. 4. The day of the game. The day of the big game finally arrived. Jack and his team gathered in the locker room, putting on their uniforms and getting ready for the match. Everyone was excited, but there was also a serious feeling in the air. This was their chance to win the championship. Coach Thompson stood in front of the team. "You've trained hard for this. You know what to do. Remember, this is a team effort. Play smart, support each other, and stay focused." Jack nodded along with his teammates. He felt ready. They had prepared all week, and now it was time to put their skills to the test. As they walked onto the field, Jack could hear the cheers from the crowd. Students, teachers, and parents had all come to support the team. The stands were filled with excitement. "This is it," Jack said to Diego as they took their positions on the field. "Let's do this." 5. The first half. The referee blew the whistle, and the game began. Central Middle School was a strong team, and right from the start, they attacked aggressively. Their forwards passed the ball quickly, moving toward the Eagles' goal. Diego made several great saves, blocking Central's shots and keeping the score at 0-0. Jack and his teammates worked hard to defend their goal and create chances to score. Finally, midway through the first half, Jack saw his chance. He received a perfect pass from one of his teammates and sprinted toward the goal. With just the goalkeeper in front of him, Jack kicked the ball with all his strength. The ball flew through the air and into the net. Goal! The crowd erupted into cheers as Jack's teammates ran over to celebrate with him. "Great shot, Jack," Diego shouted from the goal. Jack smiled, feeling proud. But he knew the game was far from over. 6. A tough challenge. As the second half began, Central Middle School came back even stronger. They quickly scored a goal, tying the game at 1-1. The tension on the field was high, and both teams fought hard for every ball. Jack and his teammates did their best to defend, but Central's forwards were fast and skilled. With only 10 minutes left in the game, Central scored another goal, making the score 2-1 in their favor. Jack felt frustrated. They had been leading, but now they were behind. He looked at his teammates and could see the same feeling on their faces. "Don't give up," Coach Thompson shouted from the sidelines. "There's still time." Jack knew they had to keep fighting. He called out to his teammates, encouraging them to stay focused. "Let's keep going. We can still win this," Jack shouted to his team. "We just need one more goal." 7. The final minutes. With only a few minutes left in the game, Jack's team pushed forward, trying to find a way to score. The ball moved quickly between the players as they passed it back and forth, looking for an opening. Then, with just 2 minutes remaining, Jack saw an opportunity. One of his teammates crossed the ball into the penalty area, and Jack sprinted toward it. He timed his run perfectly and kicked the ball toward the goal. The ball flew past the goalkeeper and into the net. Goal! The crowd erupted with cheers, and Jack's teammates surrounded him in celebration. "We did it," Diego shouted, running over from the goal. The score was now 2-2, and the game was almost over. Both teams gave everything they had in the final moments, but when the referee blew the whistle, the game ended in a tie. 8. The penalty shootout. Because the game was tied, the winner would be decided by a penalty shootout. Each team would take turns shooting at the goal, and the team with the most goals would win. Jack's heart raced as the players lined up for the shootout. Diego, the goalkeeper, took his position in front of the goal, ready to defend. The first player from Central Middle School took a shot, but Diego made a fantastic save, blocking the ball with his hands. The crowd cheered, and Jack's team celebrated. Next, it was Jack's turn. He walked up to the ball, took a deep breath, and kicked it hard. The ball flew into the corner of the net. Goal! The shootout continued, with both teams scoring and missing shots. It was tense, and the crowd was on the edge of their seats. Finally, it came down to the last shot. If Central missed, the Eagles would win. The Central player ran up to the ball and kicked it, but Diego made another incredible save. diving to the side and stopping the ball just before it crossed the line. The Eagles had won. 9. Celebrating the victory. The moment the game ended, Jack and his teammates ran onto the field, cheering and hugging each other. The crowd erupted into loud cheers, and the school's mascot danced on the sidelines. "We did it! We won the championship!" Jack shouted, his face filled with excitement. Diego, who had made the winning save, was lifted onto his teammates' shoulders as everyone celebrated their victory. Coach Thompson came over and smiled at the team. "I'm so proud of all of you. You played as a team, and that's why we won." Jack looked around at his friends and teammates, feeling proud of everything they had accomplished. The hard work, the practices, and the challenges had all paid off.